Why is it that whenever Western media reports about China, they have to show China in a negative light? Has created dangerously high levels of pollution countrywide. Now hold on a second, I'm live in China here. They said countrywide. So they're trying to say the whole of China is covered in this sandstorm, in pollution. Hold on, let's hold on a second. Hang on a second. I think that's a blue sky and there's not a single cloud. Look at this, a tunnel like this. If this was in the West, Europe, America, it's just gonna have, there's gonna be homeless people, couple of crackheads. Maybe there's some gang waiting here to rob you. Oh, welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, then my name is Jason, aka Wildman Cobra, aka Mr. 有意思. Hello. Oh, 你看我? Hello. Oh, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Oh, hi.
对，
好，
每条都看过了。
Oh.
Every single one.
哦，谢谢。
就是那个叫什么
Jason
不是，还有一个叫什么？
汉堡王。
哦，汉堡。Someone spotted me, called me 汉堡王. Bye bye. He wants to be in today's video. He's gonna be in the video. Right. What was I saying? AK 汉堡王. It's funny that they calls me 汉堡王. And he didn't call me 包包王. 你喊我包包王，我马上打死你，我跟你讲。Why is it that whenever Western media reports about China, they have to show China in a negative light? Any kind of story, if it's a positive story, a neutral story, they'll always put some kind of negative twists on it. For example, there's been a sandstorm in Beijing, which is a naturally occurring event. But for some reason, you know, Western media, they've got to politicize a sandstorm. I mean, I don't know what is going on. Why are you not politicizing sandstorms that come out of UAE, another country that has a sandstorm? Egypt, Chad, Sudan, Saudi Arabia, they all have sandstorms. Why are you not politicizing their sandstorms, eh? But when one happens in China, straight away, let's jump on that, put it on the top story, and give it a negative twist. There was one news story from my favorite news publication. It was The Times. And actually, I featured in The Times. Some little kids trying to interrupt my monologue. 非洲人那个头，非洲人。Did he just call me an African? God damn it. My favorite news publication, The Times, who actually featured me in one of their articles. Anyway, that's another story. They did a little article about this sandstorm in Beijing. And they had to put a little twist on it. This is a little part of what they wrote in their article. A perfect storm of northern winds and an industrial rebound has created dangerously high levels of pollution countrywide. Now hold on a second, I'm live in China here. They said countrywide. So they're trying to say the whole of China is covered in this sandstorm, in pollution. Hold on, let's hold on a second. Hang on a second. I think that's a blue sky and there's not a single cloud. Now, why are you trying to put in a little hint of industrial rebound? Why are you trying to hint that it's from factories or something? This is a natural occurring event. It's a sandstorm. It's sand, right? I mean, it's an absolute joke. Some of these articles, I think they're just writing out of their arse. What are they going to politicize next? A strong wind in China? A rainstorm in China? An earthquake, maybe? Western media.
Here we are. We're currently experiencing a deadly earthquake here in China, and it was caused by the Chinese government drilling deep into the ground to create its new top-secret nuclear bunker to store its weapons of mass destruction, which will soon be launched directly into the Western world. BSB News correspondent Jason Berger, back to you in the studio.
In all of these articles, you'll notice a similar tone. It's this kind of patronizing, superior tone, as if they're looking down on China, you know. And all the words are just, they all have negative connotations. Everything's just negative. Even if it's a positive story, they'll twist it to make it negative and using all kind of negative words. No matter what news is coming out of China, they're always going to put a negative little twist on it. They'll never show anything positive. They'll never show the good side of China. I mean, look at this, a tunnel like this. If this was in the West, Europe, America, it's just going to have, there's going to be homeless people, a couple of crackheads. Maybe there's some gang waiting here to rob you. And this tunnel, I'm not in a nice area. I'm not in a nice city. I'm in a 5th tier city in one of the poorest provinces in all of China. I'll tell you the name of the city so you can check for yourself. The name of the city is called Xinyi City. You can go and check the GDP of it. You won't even find much information about it because it's so unknown and small, a small city. Little kids running away from me, thinks I'm some kind of gang member. Western media.
Here we are at one of China's most notoriously dangerous neighborhoods. You can see this underground passageway tunnel behind me. Just a few moments ago, before we started filming, it was teeming with homeless people and gangs. But before we could switch on our cameras, the Chinese government pulled up in a van and bundled them all away. We managed to ask one of the homeless before they were shoved into the back of the van, where indeed are they going? They told us that they're being forced into a labor camp. Back to you in the studio from the tunnel of turmoil, BSB News.
So most people are going to complain and say, oh, he was only there for 1 second. Maybe the homeless person he'd just gone out for lunch, right? So we're going to stay in this tunnel. We're going to do a little experiment and see if any homeless people come along, or if anyone comes along, any gangs, or if any criminal activity happens in this tunnel. So as you can see there, we waited around for a long time in that tunnel and there was no gangs, there were no homeless came along. I actually think for one second I actually became a homeless person. I don't know what's going on here. This is the side of China that you're not going to see on Western media. They're not going to show this lovely side of China, developed side of China. Look at this little kid. This little kid's just enjoying the sun here without the shoes on. The shoes are down there. I mean, look here, like, you're not going to see this kind of technology. Western media's not going to show the good things about China. Why is the West trying to show China in a negative light? Well, I believe it's the fact that China is not following their system of governance. It created its own communism with Chinese characteristics. Now you can see, if you take a look at America over the past 10 years, they've not really made much improvements or development across all their sectors. But if you look at China, I mean, it's obviously, you can see how much they've improved over the last 10 years. So which system is working? I mean, just look at it, just look at China, for example. All right, that's the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Signing off.